Welcome, everyone, to a very, very special day here, not only in the Bismarck-Mandan area, but throughout the state of North Dakota. We are excited to be here with board members, agency representatives, campaign chairs, employee campaign managers, trustees, volunteers, and donors. We would like to kick off this monumental day with a very, very special guest, the First Lady of North Dakota, Betsy Dalrymple.
Since becoming First Lady of the great state of North Dakota, it has been my pleasure to work closely with United Ways across the state on many of their programs, including Day of Caring, Coins for a Cause, and school supply drives and distributions. My main focus as First Lady to date has been with the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, which Missouri Slope Area United Way of Cass Clay, Souris Valley United Way, and United Way of Grand Forks, East Grand Forks in the area offer to children ages 0 to 5 throughout their service areas. This wonderful program mails a free, age-appropriate book directly to any enrolled child once a month. Imagination Library helps to make children better readers and therefore more ready for school. United Way of Cass Clay and Missouri Slope Area United Way were the first entities to offer Imagination Library in North Dakota, and all have been a tremendous asset in helping me expand the program throughout the state, allowing more and more children to benefit from this fantastic gift of books. On behalf of Governor Dalrymple and the people of North Dakota, I want to personally thank our 9 United Ways in North Dakota, their staff, and their volunteers for taking such good care and caring about our children, residents, and communities. North Dakota has a lot to be proud of with our growing economy, strong business climate, low unemployment, and enhanced quality of life. We are also fortunate to have such a strong network of organizations and volunteers that are dedicated to serving and helping others. You all are making a real difference for North Dakota. I would now like to read the proclamation. Whereas communities throughout North Dakota face daily challenges affecting friends, family, and neighbors, and whereas volunteers and donors throughout North Dakota communities continually help provide the resources needed to address solutions to these issues through 9 United Way offices, and whereas United Way focuses on education, income, and health, which are the building blocks for good quality of life, and whereas United Way brings resources together with leaders from various sectors to tackle issues with research-based, proven strategies that create real results, and whereas North Dakotans are encouraged to get involved with their local United Way to ensure a good quality of life for all of our citizens. Now, therefore, as Governor of the great state of North Dakota, I do hereby proclaim November 15th, 2013, Live United Day in the state of North Dakota. Signed, Governor Jack Dalrymple.
This is very exciting for us and for the countless volunteers and donors that we're celebrating across our state today. We would like to welcome up to the podium one of our best volunteers. He was responsible for a 28% increase in our campaign last year. CEO of Sanford Health in Bismarck, Dr. Craig Lambruck.
Thank you, Jenna, and thank you, First Lady Betsy. No, I'm not responsible for whatever we did, which was outstanding. And it was all of you. It was the smiles on your face. It was the commitment of the folks that we worked together with. You know, the mission is, we're doing more for those who have less. And there's a lot more folks who have less right now. So we have the opportunity to do more. So Living United, and I know Terry Kraft gets to wear one under a suit too, is a big deal. I mean, it's an outstanding commitment. When we have our leadership in Governor Dalrymple supporting this and helping us move forward, we know that we're going to meet the needs of the families, the children, the people at risk, the senior citizens. There's so much opportunity to do more today. So today's a great example of how we live united, and I'm just honored to be a participant. So thank you, Jenna. Thank you, First Lady Betsy. Outstanding for being here. It did some morale boost for us, and off we go.
Thank you, Dr. Lambrecht. Next on our agenda is, and I have to be careful with this one because I have other past board presidents in the audience, one of the best board presidents in the history of United Way, and I mean that sincerely. Terry Kraft is always ready and available to answer any question, to be of assistance, to provide support, and even to be the presenter. Last night he did a 20-minute presentation on United Way to a new group of donors, and we really, really appreciate you, Terry. You represent the epitome of what it means to live united, and we're very grateful to have such business leaders like you around the state of North Dakota to lead the way. So may I welcome up Terry Kraft.
Thanks, Jenna. Like Craig said, there's a lot of good people in this community that do a lot of great things. I'm just trying to help out a little bit. First Lady Betsy, we appreciate you having us here. Really, it's a great opportunity. This is a great day. This is a day that I think we have threefold. We have the chance to celebrate, the chance to say thank you, and the chance to try and challenge us all in the coming year. First of all, celebrate. 1927, a couple of local business people got together and they thought, it'd be a good idea to try and gather the community together, raise some money, and try and help out some folks that are struggling. Here we are, 85 plus years later. I'd like to think that these two guys would really be proud of what we've accomplished here in Bismarck-Mandan and in the state. So on behalf of all of the people in North Dakota, all the different United Way agencies throughout North Dakota, I think this is just a great day to celebrate what we've accomplished. Second of all would be to say thank you. I just can't say it enough. We have just, out here with the audience today, thousands and thousands of people have gotten involved over the last 12 months, and in the coming year, there's going to be lots more involved. Lots of business people that stepped up, lots of generous people that donated an awful lot of money, and we accomplished some pretty big things. Whether it's packing backpacks for kids that run home on the weekends that are hungry, whether it's stuffing envelopes at our office, involved with a campaign like Craig is, involved with the board. There's just thousands of people that have gotten involved and decided to get outside of themselves and really help our community become a better place. So we celebrate, we give thanks for where we're at. And the final thing I would say is we challenge. I'd like to challenge all of us in the coming year. We've been very, very blessed in the state of North Dakota. We're all drinking from the same well that somebody else dug. We've been very blessed, but with that comes some challenges and some responsibilities. So I want to challenge all of us to really get involved and really do our part in taking care of those needs that are in our community. There's some big needs. There's some real big needs, and I think we're all up to the challenge. How can you help? You can give. Obviously, we can give financially. We can give of our time. We can give of our talents. Give of our treasures. Together, we can influence the condition of all, build the strength of our neighborhoods, bolster the health of our communities, and here's the last line: create lasting change. I think that's one of the really important things that United Way does is we're not continuing to throw money at a problem. We're working on how can we recreate things, how can we make lasting change and permanent change. And I think that's one of the secrets to the United Way world. So thanks for all you do. Yes, let's continue to all live united.
Wow, you have had a lot of practice giving presentations this campaign. Very nice, Mr. Kraft. So, as many of you know, what we do is only possible through the relationships we have with our strong partners. And without strong partners like the Abused Adult Resource Center, we wouldn't be able to solve many of the problems in our community. We wouldn't be able to make headway, and we wouldn't be able to target some of the most important issues and help so many people around the community. I'd like to welcome one of our representatives from our agencies who I've learned so much from, and I continue to every day and every time we have together, the Executive Director of the Abused Adult Resource Center, Ms. Diane Zainhofsky.
Thank you, Jenna. Wow, this is an exciting day. You know, in my history of being involved with United Way since 1980, and I tell my staff, you know, I'm about 104 now, you know, I don't remember ever having a governor in North Dakota proclaiming and having a proclamation to unite all of us. And so I am so grateful for our governor and First Lady, not only to believe in the work that we do, but to support us all year through. We believe in working together as a community, and we all believe the 34 programs that we represent in this community of living united. We also want to thank the United Way leadership, Jenna and her staff and the board, because without their work in guiding us, we would not be able to have made some huge changes in the way we do our work today. United Way is very important in our community, and particularly to the individuals in our community that need our services and that they request our services. And I would just like to share a couple of minutes of why it's so important for an agency like the Abused Adult Resource Center to be a member of United Way. Networking with almost every single one of the 34 United Way agencies is probably the most cost-effective way to run a nonprofit agency. When I look over the list of United Way agencies and I think about Bill at the YMCA and how generous he is to give our women and children in our shelters a free membership, I know that we can call Patty at Aid Incorporated and ask her for a portion of a woman's rent when she moves into her own independent setting. I also know that if our Seeds of Hope gift thrift store doesn't have a stroller, I can call Patty and there'll be a stroller there. I know that Brenda, who is an amazing woman, will also help our women move into apartments with helping with deposits and first month's rent. I also know that if a woman comes to our agency and she appears to be homeless, that Brenda will find a bed for her to stay. I also work on many, many occasions with Doug and Mark and Melanie at YouthWorks. They have sheltered many of our younger teen women that have been in relationships where there's abuse. And we have shared many, many resources with YouthWorks. Jessica and her team at Red Cross, they've given our staff free CPR lessons and training. RSVP provides us with volunteers at our Seeds of Hope, and also provides and serves our lunch at our Take Back the Night March up here at the Capitol. And I could go on and on. There's Legal Aid, there's Ruth Myers, there's Bridging the Gap, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, our chaplaincy program, and the list goes on. So that's what I mean when I talk about working and uniting and networking with other United Way agencies and how it becomes the best cost-effective way to provide services to people in our community. When people contribute to United Way, I think they need to know that nonprofit agencies have learned how to stretch a dollar into three, and that we all work together, and that's the most important part about being a United Way agency. The community knows how to live united. I've witnessed the Day of Caring for the time of its inception. And the Day of Caring, which happens in August, has saved the Abused Adult Resource Center not hundreds of dollars, but thousands of dollars with the work that they've done in their community giving and their time and hard work to United Way agencies for that entire day. I want to reflect a little bit about the people that work in our 34 United Way agencies. It's pretty hard to describe them, and they aren't just ordinary people. They are warm, caring, loving, smart, conservative, hard workers, sometimes a little radical, organized, sharing, believing, and most of all, they work and live united. Because of United Way, our community is healthier, wiser, and their challenges in life become lighter. As United Way agencies, through the direction of United Way staff and board, we have learned to provide our services in a much smarter way. Maybe not different, but a lot smarter. Today, we are by far more productive because we are monitoring our work and we are also measuring our outcomes, which accounts for better services. I want to thank you, and I want you to know that the United Way agencies in this community will continue to live united. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. And so we know we are so grateful to live in this state. The economy is phenomenal. We're all prospering, but yet we understand that there are a lot of people who are still struggling, and we see it every day. Last year, United Way provided 32,000 nights of shelter in Bismarck, and that's just in Bismarck-Mandan. In Bismarck alone, over 460 children were homeless last year, and we know that number is increasing. We know that at some of our highest poverty schools, 60% of those kids are not reading at proficiency level, and so they're 4 times more likely to drop out of school later in life. The good news is that we're doing something about this, not just in the Bismarck-Mandan area, but throughout North Dakota. United Ways are coming together to focus on the building blocks of life: education, income, and health. And we will always provide those emergency services, but our dollars are being used even more effectively to target evidence-based solutions and approaches so that the cycle of poverty doesn't continue. At United Way, this past year, across the state, we've raised over $9.6 million. It's very impressive. But it's not just the dollar amount. It's what we do with those dollars to address solutions and to stop that cycle of poverty, to help the elderly and the disabled, to be here for every one of our community members. United Way, working through our partner agencies, allows us to have a pulse on what those needs are. And you, as our donors from the business community, the faith community, the nonprofit sector, and government sector, you come together with us to develop those solutions. We're honoring you today. We are honoring each and every one of you. We are saying that together we know we can influence the condition of all. We can build the strength of our neighborhoods, bolster the health of our communities, and change the lives of those who walk by us every day. And that, my friends, is why I'm proud to be a part of United Way, and I'm honored to be a part of each of your lives. And I encourage you to spread the word, to tell others what it means across this state of what it means to live united. It's so much bigger than just us. It's a social movement that is changing lives. So thank you to the First Lady for joining us today, and the Governor's Office and the Governor for proclaiming today Live United Day across North Dakota. Thank you.